Hello, everybody, and welcome to MUGFC TV. Today, we'll be live reaction to the Manchester United versus Crystal Palace Premier League game. I'm your host, Ameer, and this is my friend Albert. Uh, Say hi to the fans, Albert.
Hello, fans. How are you?
So, we're into our Manchester United is into their fifth game of the season.
Yeah,
fifth game of the season. We got two losses, two wins, 6 points, and the last couple games we played versus Southampton and in the EFL Cup against Barnsley, we are 10 goals to the good. So today we're playing Crystal Palace, away to Crystal Palace. That's a tough game, tough opponent. But we have to see how Erik Ten Hag and his men has been progressing so far. 2 games on the road, 2 games winning, one at home, one on the road. Let's see if we can make it 3 and build from that. So, Albert, what do you think so far in terms of for the last couple of games, what you've seen? You think we're heading in the right direction, or you still see some frailties from last season?
well, so far in the beginning of the season, it's almost somewhat of a repeat from last season, but it doesn't look too bad now. As far as the last game for the EFL Cup, it was a great performance. I think it was a good game for their confidence, but we don't want to get our hopes up. It is Barnsley, and it's a third division club. So
And I think they're in first division.
for
Yeah,
League One.
League One. Yeah. I think they're in League One.
So I just hope that they don't.
I'm sorry to cut you, but a 7-0 victory does look like you're playing a third division team. But it was League One. I know we don't keep track of the leagues and the teams in the leagues. Very small attention to Championship,
Yeah.
mostly Premier League. So yeah, it was Barnsley there in League One, and a 7-0 victory over them. Definitely felt like we were playing a League 3 team or something like that.
Yeah. No, I mean, I just hope that the team, they continue playing like they played. I just hope they don't get too overconfident. And I feel like, a lot of people mentioned Ten Hag's subs. If he could keep up with the good substitutes, like the correct subs that we need, I feel like we could still perform and take the W. So hopefully that's the case in today's game. Besides that, that's not.
Yeah, so it is, we're away at Selhurst Park, a difficult place to actually go. If I remember correctly, last season when we visited Selhurst Park, I believe they beat us. I think it was 4-0.
4-0.
And that was, United was in definitely a dark place last season, going away and at home. We lost a lot of games at home.
I think last season was probably our
worst
away games in history, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, well, let's hope Erik Ten Hag can, he can put this team together the way he wants it to be, and we definitely want to build on aggressive, progressive, attractive, football.
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time, apart from in the Sir Alex Ferguson era, when we scored 10 goals in 2 games. 7 goals in the last game was the first time, in a very long time, Manchester United actually scored 5+ goals in a game. And I want to see that a little bit more often. I mean,
same here. I totally agree.
Yeah.
I want to see more attacking football. I want to see set pieces. Like, I want to see us try to put more work into that, because you have to score. Sometimes there's games if you can't score attacking wise because they got you on defense, I feel like set pieces could really help us. But hopefully, let's see.
Yeah. So being that we're a few minutes out before the game goes live, let's talk about the starting 11 for Manchester United. So for today, Onana starts in goal. Dalot starts in left back. Martinez and Delit as our defenders. Mazraoui on right back. Ericsson gets another start. No start for Ugarte or Casemiro today. I think Ericsson had a really good game. The last game, uh, being that he had a good performance, I think it's warranted that he gets a start. But we have to pay attention. I think Erik Ten Hag has to pay attention on Ericsson on the field, because if he notice things are not going well, I think he needs to make an early decision with Ericsson and maybe substitute him, and don't let the game run away from you, because I feel like Crystal Palace is one of those teams you never know what you're gonna get from them. It might be a complete disaster, or they might show up there like prime Real Madrid or something like that, and their midfield is just gonna carve us open. And the thing with United last season, as soon as we concede a goal, like everyone, their head drops, everyone panics, and it goes haywire. Let's finish off with calling this team out. So Kobe Minu, he starts with Ericsson in the midfield. Just ahead of them, you have Bruno Fernandes. Garnacho, he gets the start over Rashford on the left side. I think that's fair. And Ahmad, he starts on the right. I was looking to see when Erik Ten Hag was going to start Garnacho and Ahmad, right? Instead of having Rashford start, every game. Rashford looks like his confidence level is really up right now. I like what I'm seeing from him.
Yeah.
But I also agree with giving him, like that extra space or rest, or whatever you want to call it. I don't want to see him burn out. If he's on the bench and for a game or two, and then he comes on as a sub, depending on the what's the situation in the game and on the pitch with the score or injuries. We need that rotation, and we can't do rotation halfway into the season or at the end of the season. We have to start practicing these rotations from now.
I totally agree.
And Ahmad on the right side. Ahmad has been playing good since preseason into start of the season. Really loving it. And then we have Xerxes starting as our striker. So yeah, all in all, I think it's really it's a really balanced team. Let's look at the bench. So on the bench we have Bayender, Harry Maguire. Couple games, Harry Maguire has been, he started off the season well as also. We also have Evans on the bench, Casemiro on the bench, Ugarte on the bench. Mason Mount returned to the bench, so that's really good.
It's good to see our players come back from injury.
Yeah. Anthony on the bench, Rashford on the bench, and our boy is also on the bench. Hoyland, Hoyland is back. He's on the bench. So Mason Mount and Hoyland both makes the bench, which is great news for Manchester United.
Yes,
they had their niggles, their injury, but they're back. So what do you think? What do you think about the bench versus the starting lineup? What do you think the bench it has some real depth there?
Somewhat. I feel like Ten Hag, I'm sure he wants to see how the game goes, and then from there, maybe after halftime, then he'll probably sub in somebody early. As long as it's not a late sub, because the one thing that kind of like gets to me is like when we really need the sub and we have to score to win or maybe get the draw. Sometimes the subs come in too late, but I feel like he wants to. I mean, so far Xerxes, he hasn't done a lot of good things, but he's somewhat in the right spot when the plays come.
Yeah,
he just has to work on the finish.
Yeah, the one thing I noticed about Xerxes, he's definitely not, in my opinion, an out and out like number 9. Like he's forward on the play, and then he's just waiting there for someone to pass him the ball. I see him a little bit more like Harry Kane, where he would drop a little deep and try to help the team, his teammates out, pick up the ball, and then he would pass it, do these little cheeky passes and stuff, and then where he would turn and like kind of like run into, like make a run, and he would open up a little bit of a space, like pull in the defender because he's making that movement. And I think that was the reason why like our wingers have been scoring a lot more this season as opposed to like last season. But at the end of the day, also for me, looking from the last season into this season, I'm looking for confidence, for teamwork, right? And players fighting for each other, right? And that's what's important. That's what that's all we could ask for,
Yeah.
So we're a few minutes out still before the game starts. Right now it's about 12:26, so we're about 4 minutes away. For those who's watching, whoever watches this video, we're in Somerset, New Jersey, in the United States. We're not in England, even though we wish we were in England.
I wish I would be there right now.
Yeah. All right, so let's look at some of the players on the Crystal Palace team. So we have Crystal Palace in goal. We have Henderson in goal, our ex United Academy player and first team player. And excuse me if I screw up some of the names of these players, because we're not that familiar with a lot of these players apart from the United players. So if I'm saying the names wrong, please do forgive me for it. So Henderson in goal, looks like Lacroix. They're playing with a back 3, so it's Lacroix, Guehi, and Richards for a back 3, and it's 4 in the midfield.
3-4-1-2 formation.
Yeah, it says I hope I'm saying this right. It's Munoz, Wharton, Kamada, and Mitchell. And just ahead of the midfield 4, there is Eze. Eze is a really good player.
Yeah.
And then front 2 strikers. They're playing with 2 strikers in Nketiah and Mateta. So
former Chelsea player, right?
Yeah. Nketiah was former Arsenal player. Yeah. So they have a 3-4-1-2 formation, and it looks like typical Crystal Palace. It looks like their formation is setting them up to sit deep and then try to win the ball and try to hit us on the break, which last season they did extremely well.
That's the thing about Crystal Palace. When it comes to their play style, they're very tricky, and when they see there's an opportunity, all they need is that trigger, and the team pulls. So it's going to be.
So if you guys are hearing any noise in the background, just forgive me. It's my little son. He's trying to get into the room, and so we locked the door. And if you're hearing him in the background, please forgive us. So one day I'll bring him on a live reaction. He might be on the sofa jumping up and down, having fun. He is, he's a very bubbly individual, a little kid. So, all right. So we're about a minute out from the game.
The game is about to start.
Let's refresh this here. See if. Our feed for the game hasn't started just yet. Sometimes with Peacock, there's a little delay with the app when it starts. Don't know why that is, but hopefully it starts very soon. So Albert, what do you think about the some of the teams in front of us who was already in front of us? I believe you had a few
The
wins.
table.
Yeah. So what were some of those results today?
So the results as of earlier. Um, sorry, I'm trying to pull it up. Okay, so far for the results today in the earlier games that just finished right now, Chelsea beat West Ham 3-0. Aston Villa beat Wolves 3-1. Fulham beat Newcastle 3-1. Leicester City and Everton tied. Liverpool beat Bournemouth 3-0.
Yeah.
Southampton and Ipswich 1-1 tied. Spurs beat Brentford 3-1. So that's your result for today evening.
All right, everyone. So the game has started. So we're watching the game now.
And my favorite third kit.
Yeah, United's wearing the away white away kit today. It's a full white kit, white jersey and white pants. Maybe we're
So you know how like against Barnsley they had United against Barnsley, but they put BAR.
yeah,
And they
yeah, yeah. I
add
saw that. Yeah.
So we're playing Barcelona again because Crystal Palace has almost the same colors.
Oh, what happened there?
A foul.
Mateta fouled. Who did he foul? Delit? Was that Delit he fouled?
Yes, he
Yeah,
did.
yeah. He clipped him. He clipped him on the back. So
Yeah, that's what we have to be careful against Crystal Palace. They need that one switch and they just trigger and they could go for the run. So, what do you think of the list so far this season?
I think he's doing good. I think he's gonna get better. Being that he has to adjust. Uh, he's definitely under. He's gonna be under the microscope. Um, so that tackle on the lid did some damage to. It looks like it did some damage to his shoelace. So he's off the field right now, getting that fixed. So United is playing with 10 men right now. So all right, so Dillard is back onto the pitch.
Shout out to the people in Chicago for the Premier League Fan Fest. I've experienced my first one in Philadelphia, and I would love to go to one of those again. So it's definitely a good vibe when you see a bunch of games with a group of people that support other teams.
Yeah, the thing that I like about being a United fan is the fact that the fan base around the world, right? Everywhere you go, if you wear a red shirt, or a hat or something, and it has the United logo, you always run into to fans, United fans. You also run into some rival fans, but most of the time you will run into a United fan, especially here in New Jersey.
That's what I love to hear. United passion chants in an away game.
You see how you could already see Crystal Palace is looking for that quick break,
That counter.
counter.
I don't know so much about the head coach, but he looked like he knows what he's doing. I mean, Crystal Palace always played like an offensive attacking game. I don't know if you would agree.
Yeah, I think like the way how you see the game has started, right? If you look at their formation, they it's almost like a 5-3-2. When United had the ball, Crystal Palace has a 5-3-2 formation, and when they have the ball, we have to look to see how how Crystal Palace shapes up.
Now that you mentioned that, I kind of noticed. So, like, if they're not in possession, I guess the wingers run back to and help the defense, and then when they go on the attack, and they just help. Mm. Kobe Manu.
So far, 6 minutes into the game, Crystal Palace is trying to keep the pressure on United. They're trying to keep United out of their half and try to keep the ball in United's half. Garnacho plays the ball back to Onana.
That's a habit I don't like seeing, and somewhat to this day we still see it, which I kind of like understand, but I sometimes feel like we have to try.
Come on, Garnacho. Garnacho is on the go here.
Couldn't make it.
Couldn't make it. The ball went out of play. So the last couple games that we played, we kept that ball well in the opposition half of the pitch. So that's one of the things I want to keep my eye on for in this game to see if that's something we're trying to continue doing, or being that this is a Premier League team, Crystal Palace, and they do recognize some of the dangers. If they're going to have a little bit more balance of having some playing out from the back in our own half. So
yeah, that's why I was saying about the EFL Cup. Like whatever happens, like I understand the players want to build confidence, but I just hope they don't get too overconfident because, like what you said, we're playing against now somebody in the Premier League, so the Premier League clubs are 10 times harder. Especially these lower clubs, like they put up a fight nowadays, so it's kind of good and it's healthy for the league.
All right, so United is trying. It's getting a little bit of a rhythm now. They're getting to keep the ball a little longer. Oh,
that was a smart play by Martinez. If Xerxes or Eriksson would have read that pass, probably we would have had a good play.
Oh, that's a good pass.
Let's go.
Go, Garnacho. Let's go. Oh, Henderson stopped it. Oh, that was a good play.
Shout out to
Oh.
Xerxes for that pass.
That was pretty good. Bruno under pressure, lost the ball. Xerxes picked it up.
No
and
offside. No offside.
Played the ball into Garnacho. He was well onside, and Garnacho tried to put the ball in the far corner post, and Henderson gets a good left hand on it.
You think if he would have hit it with his right foot? I don't think he kicks on both, right? Both feet.
Yeah, he can, but he would have had to move the ball back onto his right foot, and then he would have to go to the post closest to him. So I think it was
handball? No. Mazzari. This is what, Mazzari's third game? Probably. 1 assist so far, not bad.
It'll be interesting to see when we get Shaw, at least get Shaw back, if Shaw could ever come back fully fit. And then, being that Dalot is playing on that was a sliding tackle. That was
risky.
Yeah, Mazzari was getting a little he was getting into it there. Sliding tackle.
I guess that's how they do it in Germany. I've been told why we were picking up Mazzari and Dalit. They're like somewhat washed up, but I don't think so. I think they still have plenty of potential left in their careers. So hopefully.
Here we go.
We have
3-on-2.
We have Ahmad.
Ref, there's no foul there. That's just scruffy, yo. Ahmad, come on, Ahmad. Well, got a deflection. That was a good move just now. We were almost in the business there.
It was.
Yeah.
I think something could have happened if we would have read Ahmad open up on top. That was a good play from United.
Look at Rashford. Rashford is on the bench, and you could tell he's itching to already come on, yo.
He's like, I would have made it.
I think it was the last game when he scored one of the goals. Garnacho went up to him and I guess he told him to do your celebration, and for me, if his confident level is back and you see him start doing this, he's going to be scoring a lot of goals this season.
I hope so, because he's been with us for quite a few years, coming from academy, and I love.
Oh, Dalit!
Wow, that was
from the corner. Dalit rose up and got the ball very good on from his head, but once again, Henderson, he blocked it.
Going back to what I was saying about Rashford, he's been with us since the academy days. I like how he developed as a player, but I feel like the last 2 years he's probably been burnt out. That's why he hasn't been the same. So I just hope that he could get back to his form.
Ooh,
Martinez.
Again, United in the box. Ball played into Martinez.
We got another corner kick.
And Martinez turned very quickly and had a snapshot onto the goal and saved again by the goalkeeper.
This is a good thing about having Eriksen. Eriksen could read those opening spots for other guys. So this is good coming from Eriksen.
Ahmad, Martinez, a little too much onto that. So United just basically had 3 corners in a row, kept the pressure on Crystal Palace in their penalty box, but unfortunately no goals yet. So
It's good. I like to see United. So far, I think they're playing well. They're creating opportunities. We easily could probably scored at least one goal, or we probably had like 2, 3 chances. But I'm liking so far how they're playing.
Xerxes again, trying to hit those triangles. Come on, fellas. Crystal Palace kicked the ball out.
Dalot for the throw in.
The game against Barnsley, and I agree with some of the assessment. Like fellow YouTubers and the media was making, and even coming from like Ten Hag and stuff, that it's having scored 7 goals and so many players got goals and assists, and then you can't start all of them, and it's a good headache to have.
Oh, let's go.
So this game is getting real,
bit physical.
real physical here. A lot of challenges, tackles, and trying to win the ball. Both teams are trying to keep possession of the ball and try to move it forward. But United is having the better part of the possession right now.
So right now, just looking at the table, we're in the 11th spot with 7 points, and Crystal Palace in the 16th spot. So right now, I guess the pressure is on Crystal Palace because they don't want to stay close to relegation. Even though we're still early in the season, I would be. This is a right way for a team to react, I guess you could say. If you're close to relegation spot, obviously nobody wants to get relegated.
Well, I'm sure Crystal Palace is gonna, they're gonna want to try and impress their new manager, because I do believe this season the manager they have this season, he was newly appointed, and I think they do have some injuries as well, but you know I don't think I still go ball into the box, and once again Henderson came out and covered the ball, but that was I think Bruno played the ball into the box, and Garnacho ran into the penalty box trying to pick it up, but Henderson was first to the ball.
Well, speaking of injuries, right now, both teams, we have the exact same amount of injuries, but I don't know why Malacia is still in there, but because technically we saw a clip of him back in training, so maybe he's training with the first team, but he's not really complete
Yeah,
fit.
I think he may not be injured, but I don't think he's match ready. So
Yeah,
so that's why they still have him on the has him down as injured. So
so both teams they're missing. I'm sure they're missing good key players that could help in this matchup.
Bruno played the ball. Garnacho is running down the left to get it.
You died, lad.
What was that, goal kick?
Yeah,
Throw in?
looks like a goal kick.
Oh, it's a throw in.
Throw in.
Yeah. Oh, nice ball recovery from Mazraoui. That's a foul. Foul on Kobe Mino.
Kamada with the foul. Mhm.
Mandalo. Oh. Dallo lost the ball. Ball recovery. Good drop.
Let's go, Garnacho.
Come on, Garnacho. Take him on.
Ooh.
Oh. Xerxes lost that one. So United is doing a pretty good job of of winning the ball back every time they lost it. So
That's something new
yeah.
to see. We really didn't see that often. We a lot of times.
Palace on the break here in United's penalty box. The lit is marking Mateta. He forced Mateta out of the box and forced him to take a shot, deflected and went to Onana. So that's really good defending.
We need to make moves. Standing around doesn't really help.
Yeah, this is what when you could see the tactic of Erik Ten Hag wanting his team to also play out from the back. You could tell that Crystal Palace is when they don't have the ball, they're not pushing up as much, right? And Onana having the ball, he kind of holds on to the ball a little bit at his feet and trying to tell Crystal Palace, okay, come out. He wants him to come out so then he could try and get that pass, long pass, and then potentially picking up one of the forward players from United. So United to center half with Mazraoui. They're up to the midway line on the pitch. So far, I'm seeing the same thing that they did against Southampton and Barnsley. They're trying to keep the play in their half as much as possible. Cross from Garnacho into the penalty box.
Kobe Manu.
Cleared by Crystal Palace. Kobe Manu. Oh, nice dribble from Ahmad. Oh, you lost it now. So. I can't remember, but when we had Henderson playing for us, I know he didn't really play that much games. But was he? Do you remember him being some sort of a sweeper keeper? I don't think so, right?
I don't think
he's
so
just
either.
a genuine shot blocker, basically.
You could say that.
He's similar to De Gea, where he just holds his position in goal, and then he try to put in saves rather than coming out of his goal for clearance. Well, he just came out of it.
Sometimes you have to.
He just came out of his goal. As we were saying that, I can't remember him doing that, and then all of a sudden he just came out of his goal for a clearance. So
it's like he heard us.
Yeah.
I mean, he definitely kind of reminds of the hair, but not not sure because he really didn't play that much for us. Um,
Our midfield looks so congested. Like there's a lot of players in there.
I mean,
So
Dalot keeps running out of his position unless United, when they're attacking, they're trying to attack with their setbacks.
yeah, so United's definitely have a lot of possession at the moment. Crystal Palace is struggling to get a hold of this ball.
I think for us playing the possession game, we're trying to bring them out of their comfort, and then
Yeah.
we go for the attack, but it seems like they're not falling for it because they are pressing us, but good idea. Hopefully,
Yeah.
Ahmad could have read
No, I think Ahmad ran into
the Crystal
the
Palace.
Crystal Palace midfielder, so that's what kind of like obstructed him from getting the ball. Oh, Ahmad, nice play. Oh, keep going, Ahmad. Pass it. Went out for a throw.
Throw in. No. He seems he's getting aggravated.
So 27th minute into the game, score remains 0-0. United really have to try. Oh, here we go. And and again. Oh, how the hell do you hit the post twice?
Wow. That second one was a open shot.
Just when I was about to say we need a goal, Garnacho, Dalot plays the ball.
That was an amazing play.
He was on site too. Plays the ball onto Garnacho. Garnacho does a one. Try to basically. Hold on. Let's see here. Yeah, he just as the ball comes into him, all he did was he took his right foot and just played through the ball to the goal, hit the top bar of the goal post. The goal, sorry, the top bar, and it ricocheted, went to another United player, and United player played it back in, and it hit the top bar of the goal again.
That would have been an amazing goal if Garnacho would have hit that, connected that. Dalot saw the opening, went for the pass, and then the connect into the finesse shot.
And I like the fact that Dalot played the ball into Garnacho, and Garnacho didn't look to try and like control the ball or whatever.
Yeah.
He's his confidence is, and I feel like his rhythm is so on point right now. He just put his his foot through that ball as it came on like the volley and just played it to the goal. Unfortunately, it hit the top of the goal post or the goal bar.
Ooh. Eriksen with the passes. He's being very consistent with the passes today.
I agree. Eriksen's been on point. Here's Garnacho again.
Corner.
Ball, yeah. Went out for a goal. Goal kick.
Bruno.
So who? Oh, that was Bruno. It was Bruno with the follow up after it hitting the top bar, and then he kicked it, and went and hit the top bar of the goal. Oh, look again. You see, we won the ball high up on the pitch. That's.
I don't know.
Come on, man.
Xerxes, I understand.
How is that a foul, yo? The referee gives a foul against us.
I don't know why Xerxes did the back pass. Maybe because he felt the pressure, but I felt like he could have controlled that ball.
You know what I want to see? I want to see from him as well. Like when he gets into that position, not only try to look for a pass. Yeah, if you're in a position you think you could turn with the ball and get a shot off, just go ahead and do it.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah, Crystal Palace is they're really struggling to figure out how to move this ball up the pitch.
Henderson not too happy. Dalot giving other players the orders.
Oh, that's a nice play. Come on, Ahmad. Get on the ball, Ahmad. Get on the ball.
We need to get players in the box too. I think that's something else that keeps happening in the squad. Yeah. When we go for the run, we don't get enough players in the box. But
we've been having if you look at it, we've been having like when we in this attacking formation, we actually have like 4 players trying to get into the penalty box if it's coming from either side of the wing.
Yeah.
And you have your left back and your right back. They're tucking in. They're going up and tuck into like that midfield area, allowing United to win the ball back if they loses it. Bruno lobbed the ball into the penalty box. Now went out for a corner.
Interesting. Oh, Xerxes. He timed that very.
Oh yeah, got what he should have did, and he should have just ever so slightly headed it back in front of the goal because there was quite a few United players in the box.
Crystal Palace fans aren't too happy.
Yeah, you could tell a little bit of a frustration is creeping in on Crystal Palace at the moment. Mazraoui found too much on that ball. Henderson,
It's not easy trying to pass the ball across the field like that, but as long as the players could read and connect and attempt, I rather prefer the effort than not doing it.
Bruno on the ball, give it to Ahmad in the box. Back to Bruno.
Ooh.
Bruno shot blocked in the penalty area.
Good play. Good play between Bruno and Ahmad. Have you been noticing a lot of creation within a few players? Like Ericsson is creating opportunities. Dalot.
Honestly speaking, you see them getting into good positions, and more often than not, like but at the end of the day, continue what I was trying to say, right? They get more of first yellow card of the game goes to Dalot for is that Dalot or Garnacho?
I could have sworn it was Dalot that clipped him.
Garnacho got the yellow for pushing him in the back. Yeah. Yeah, as I was trying to say, in terms of more creation and stuff, right? Yeah, you definitely see they're trying to create more. In the past, United strikers have been accused of being on a graveyard shift, and that's the reason for that is that the wingers and the midfield doesn't really provide as much for the strikers. But now, looking at the last few games and in preseason, and you see like a different approach when it comes to like feeding the ball into the box and who needs to get into the box when they do those passes. Like they're passing the ball through the defense now, and they weren't doing that in the past, right? They were just shooting from outside of the box. Last season, players were just taking ridiculous long range shots, and your chances of scoring a goal, from doing that, it's much lower than if you work as a team and getting into the box and trying to pass through the defense and then getting a shot off, getting into a good position and then getting a shot off.
Ooh.
So free kick,
no.
Crystal Palace free kick went in and I guess came off a United player, and now we conceded a corner. I think this is the first corner, right, for Crystal Palace.
So, yeah, most likely.
And Crystal Palace has an opportunity to score here from a set piece. So let's see how well we can defend this.
They said psych. Oh, someone got hit.
Garnacho. Someone's who's that? That's Ahmad?
Ahmad got hit with the ball.
All right, Ahmad got hit in the family jewels, and he's down for the count.
Genitalias. When I used to play on the pitch, you know how many times I would get scared? Oh. It looked like it was the chest, was it?
I thought it was his stomach, or maybe he got winded. I don't know.
Probably.
But he was clutching. He was clutching something else, though. 38 minutes into the game, scoreline remains 0-0. United with all the chances of scoring multiple goals. They haven't taken it yet, so hopefully we could get a goal before we go in to halftime.
Oh, Kobe Mainu. The guy is amazing. I love how he.
Yeah, he's so calm.
I love how he guards the ball.
Bruno into the penalty box. Cross is coming. Once again, Henderson catches the ball.
Didn't it ricochet off a Palace player?
I'm not sure, but he got the ball all right.
Yeah, Kobe Mainu is amazing. Like, I love how he guards the ball. He has strength for a youth kid, and he knows how to read the field and know who to pass. There's not much I could say. Like, he's a real good youngster. I'm happy we got him in the first team.
Henderson sliced the ball and went out of play.
He seems frustrated.
Yeah, he definitely is frustrated because, you know, he's been the busier of the two goalkeepers at the moment. So
yeah, I'm gonna get fouled again.
And that was I think that was Mainu just now.
Mainu to Eriksson. Bruno.
So Crystal Palace is playing with 5 in defense. They have 5 players in defense.
After they've been seeing us, I'm sure they're gonna continue playing 5 at the back. Kobe.
Oh, come on. Eriksson, what are you doing there? So Kobe went forward, got the ball, and was about to fire the ball into the goal, and Eriksson just ran in front of the ball and it hit him on his head.
Sometimes that happens, but we got to be careful into doing that. That could cost us a goal. I don't know why, but Xerxes was throwing his arms up as well.
Come on, Ahmad. Move this ball. Move it. Yes.
There we go.
Bruno. Dalot run in from the back. Oh! How did that not go in? Oh, my God.
Probably the easiest chance we would have had all game.
Good movement of the ball again. Ahmad gets the ball in the midfield, passes it to Bruno, passes it to
Eriksson.
Eriksson passes it Bruno. Bruno puts a cross in across the goal, misses Xerxes and Garnacho.
I think Xerxes got a touch.
And Henderson also got a hand on the ball to put it away for a corner. Wow. Ooh. Cross comes in, headed away from Palace player, back in the penalty box. Xerxes tried to float the ball across the goal, but it went out for a throw-in. Oh, so Xerxes didn't got a touch. It was a Crystal Palace player, and Garnacho misses it, and Henderson got a hand onto the ball to put it out for a corner. So, what do you think so far? Henderson has a man of the match performance. I would say so because if it wasn't for him, we probably would have been like 2 or 3 goals up already.
Yeah, but we had chances that we should have sealed in.
Oh. The Crystal Palace defenders fell asleep. The ball went right through them, and they just started looking at each other, and Xerxes was about to run onto the ball.
Yeah, someone's doorbell wasn't working, so a few people were caught asleep.
Come on, Garnacho. Oh, what
pressure?
You see, Bruno thought he was going to pass the ball. Bruno made that run.
Mm-hmm.
Easy, man. You don't pick up a yellow. Oh, Eze had a shot on goal, and Onana saved it.
I mean, that shot looked like a pass straight to the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
But it was very close. We definitely could have gotten scored.
Oh, he had so much time. Eze had so much time on that ball. He literally no one was marking him. He could have easily collected the ball,
and he even
composed himself, and then striked it.
He even knows it. He's like, no.
That might be a let off for us.
That could be. Be careful.
United win the ball again.
There wasn't that many fouls. I don't think there's.
One minute of added time for the first half
is better than 5-6 minutes because
all right. So this is this is when we have. This is where we have to really United has to watch Palace now, because with the first half coming to an end, Palace would just absolutely love to nick a goal going into halftime here. So we have to be careful of that. Palace got the ball.
Oh.
Palace.
Let's go. Counter.
Whistle. So that's it, everyone. Halftime, Manchester United 0, Crystal Palace 0. So what do you think about that first half, Albert?
It's been a great game. I can't complain. We definitely could have scored maybe easily 2-3 goals, but I'm sticking in through the positives, and I don't know what you think. In your opinion, first, what do you think about the game?
Well, for me, I was hoping to see coming from the last two games, Southampton and Barnsley. United had a great deal of possession, and they primarily played the game in the opposition's half, and I'm continuing to see that today. So I'm hoping it continues in the second half. We've had so many opportunities. I felt like we could have at least got minimum 2 goals, but I think it was for us. It was a good half. No goals scored, but it was a good half. For Palace, I think they did all they did in the first half was basically trying to chase the ball.
Yeah, I think they had chances too, but it's the same like us. They just couldn't. Couldn't get that finish.
Well, I don't know if you agree with this, but we kind of made them pass the ball into areas we wanted them to pass the ball. Right?
Okay, I could see that.
They didn't control that first half. When they had the ball, you saw them pass the ball, into areas where it was easier for us to recover the ball and in their own half.
Make them kick it out of the field.
Or they were doing these long kicks from the goalkeeper and from the defenders and stuff. So that in itself is telling me that the way how United is set up on the field, when they're out of possession of the ball, the way how they're set up, it's not allowing the opposition to have a free goal, through their setup and then just go on a break. Yeah, there was a couple maybe we saw, but it didn't really turn into nothing. And I think if we continue that same type of pressure in the second half, and maybe with a couple substitution, we're probably gonna get a couple goals in this game. And
I was gonna ask you, but you already mentioned substitution. I mean, should Erik Ten Hag substitute someone now and maybe add that little spice into the attacking, or should we stick with it now, see if we could score, and then substitute later on?
So, for me, I would say it's a little bit difficult, like right now at the moment, to say let's take off Ahmad or Garnacho or Bruno
because everybody's performing.
or Xerxes, because I like the movements that they're making and what they're doing, but you got at some point in time in the game, I feel Rashford is going to have to come on. It all depends on when Erik Ten Hag makes that decision. Do he wait for keep the team as is, bring them out in the second half, and tell them, listen, try and get a goal as quickly as possible, a goal or two, and then that will influence his substitutions. I would say yes, he should probably do that. Like at least bring them out and give them maybe another 15 minutes of the second half. Take it to like the 60th minute, and if the scoreline remains 0-0, then he would have to consider making some substitutions. I would say the one person maybe I would sub, maybe Eriksen, but he's playing good as well, right?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, Eriksen's playing good, but
I mean, his fatigue eventually is going to catch on. I don't think he could play
right. Yeah, so
physical, because this seems like a physical game, and so I'm not saying it like due to age or anything, but I just feel like because of his age as well. Again, I mean, if he could hang on, sure, maybe we could keep him, but maybe towards the end, I would rather substitute him out. Fresh feet and a fresh mind into the field.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna say this, even though we're live, I'm gonna say it. Earlier, I was saying goal bar. I don't know why I was saying goal bar.
And that kind of like clicked in my head. I'm like, did he say that?
So,
I was like, okay.
So let me correct myself from now. It's crossbar. Yeah, cross. You should have corrected me. I'm saying goal bar.
I was into the play, so I was like,
you should have been like, what was that, like 14 carats or something?
What was that? Austin Powers.
Why the hell was I saying goal bar? What am I thinking?
You were thinking Austin Powers. I like goals.
Yeah. So I'm correcting myself, everyone. It's crossbar, not goal bar.
So as of halftime, Manchester United with 67% possessions, Crystal Palace with 33. Manchester United has 7 corners, Crystal Palace 1. So I think this game.
Yeah, look at the passes. Crystal Palace had 157 passes compared to United having 309.
So we're pretty much playing a possession game, basically.
Yeah.
Like possession with attacking. But our fouls says a lot. Manchester United with 7 fouls and Crystal Palace with 2.
Well, I understand the fouls. And the reason why I understand us having more fouls than Crystal Palace is because we're trying to win the ball back. When we lose the ball, we're trying to win it back.
We got to be careful with the break too. So I know some of those fouls are from the break. Like when they break off, it's very risky.
So United had 9 shots on
9 total shots.
9 shots. Crystal Palace had 2, but United had 4 shots on target, and Palace had 1 shot on target.
This is amazing vibes. We got to go one day to one of these.
Yeah, it's really nice to see, the fan fest across the United States is getting bigger and bigger over here. I'm loving it. I'm love watching it, and being that we have the World Cup coming up in 2026.
That's gonna be...
the Premier League. Soccer for those in the United States, Premier League football, and having like fan fest and stuff like that across the United States will only build, I guess it will build momentum and excitement when that World Cup comes around. So
this is just a start. I mean, I won't say this is just a start of it. My history of so far watching these, I started in 2010, but even back in those days, like I was hearing clubs were coming down here to play games. So the fact that, we get another opportunity at a World Cup, I'm very grateful and fortunate for that. So I love where this sport is coming and taking United States to a whole new level. So I hope it keeps up, and I hope we get more people to watch the sport because with the right amount of friends, it's definitely fun. Uh, it's fun. It's a good moment.
Mm.
You just, I love it. I love the vibes. Like I said, I've gone to the fan fest in Philly, and it was amazing. Like the stuff that you see, the people you bump into, the new friends you make. Because for the events I've been going to, I met lots of friends, and if it wasn't for this sport, I probably wouldn't be here by Ameer's side doing a live feed. So I love it, and I can't show how much I'm grateful for it.
Okay, everyone. So with halftime, we're just going to take a quick break, get some refreshments, and we'll be back with the show in about 5 minutes. So just stick with us. Whoever is watching, whoever joins the live watch, just stick with us. We'll be right back.
So right now,
All right, everyone, welcome back. Second half is a few seconds out from starting. Just had our water break. H2O.
can't go wrong with that.
So it looks like Crystal Palace is going to be making some changes for this start of second half. I think it looks like United has kept the same team for the second half. No changes.
Only Crystal Palace, number 8 Lerma for Wharton, and Mateta
For Sarr.
for Crystal Palace. Manchester United, no subs. Crystal Palace on the break.
As they enter the box, good defending. They forced him. They as they got into the box, really good run, but United players forced him.
Oh my god!
That was a
360.
That was a pretty good move. Nice dink. Yep.
Eric's with the combination of Eriksen and
De
Ligt.
Yeah.
I like that.
I hope De Ligt didn't hurt himself there.
De Ligt is impressing me for the amount of games that he's played. Because
Cross for United, Scruffy.
Ooh.
No, cross for Palace. That was
tight.
Yeah,
tight angle.
Handball against.
Oh boy, VAR.
No, I think it's handball against a Palace player. So.
Nana sending the team up.
Oh, go move. Go. It's
Eriksen with that vision and passing. Oh my god.
Trophy United. Nice.
Bruno. Magnifico.
Yeah, that was a good pass from Eriksen, but Ahmad, he couldn't control the touch on the ball.
I mean, when you have a defender like that, it's kind of hard to.
Kobe Minu in the box, trying to dribble through the defenders. United win the ball high up on the cross. Oh,
I don't know who Bruno was trying to go.
I think he was trying to find Xerxes because Xerxes tried to go in for a header right there.
Yeah, I wanted to say when the news came out about us getting delayed in Missouri, people were saying, why you guys want to pick up washed up leftover Bayern players? And I'm like, I don't think they're washed up. It's just
Well, first of all,
they did what they did in the Bundesliga.
well, first of all, this is my take, right? Everyone has a right to their opinion, but it doesn't mean that their opinion is right, right?
Correct.
The thing is, you find that being that anything associated with Manchester United, rival fans and even some United fans will definitely try to find the negatives.
Oh, Ahmad, right over the bar.
They will always try to find the negatives in stuff. And guess what? If we had, let's say, we went and signed, I don't know, pick a player like Asensio or something. What are they going to say? Oh, that's a washed up Real Madrid player. If we had went and signed, someone. What if we had signed Harry Kane from Bayern Munich? Would it have been? Oh, that's another washed up Bayern Munich player.
I totally agree.
It's almost like you can't win with these these opinions, right?
No.
Yeah, you can't win. You can't win as a United fan sometimes with some of these opinions that they make that washed up player and comment and stuff like that. It doesn't make any sense. Anyone we sign, the media and rival fans will find issues with them, and hey, listen, it's okay. They're entitled to their opinion, right? And just like when Martinez was, when Martinez signed for us, everyone was like, oh, this guy is too short to be a defender. And that first season, Martinez made most of his critics eat their words.
Yes, he did.
And maybe the Lit just have to do the same thing. So,
here we go. United on the attacking. Garnacho with the
ball in, cleared by Crystal Palace defender.
There we go, lads. There we go.
I like how Menu gets the ball and turns with it, man. Oh, Bruno, here we go. Oh, how the hell did he miss that? Oh my God,
lads, we have to finish, lads.
Did he try to play that with the outside of his right foot?
Yeah, he did.
Oh,
I guess he tried to get the swerve into the top corner, which you don't see that often.
Oh man, he tried to curl it in, but it didn't get no curl on it.
Because I think he's a left foot, so with his right foot, he could get that good curving. But 16 shot attempts this season, most by any player without scoring.
Yeah. Well, at least he's at least he's trying to score.
Hey, I prefer you to attempt than not do anything, because attempting could get you a win or a tie.
So it looks like United picked up from where they left off in that first half. They're keeping the ball well, and they're playing the game in Crystal Palace half again. So
I guess Ten Hag is happy with how they're playing. So I could understand, like,
see, United lost the ball there just now with that pass, and then immediately won it back. Yeah, that's really good. So. Here goes Eriksen. Eriksen tried to get one of those really good pass, fouled on Eze. Mazraoui fouled Eze. Yeah, Eriksen is trying to get those deep midfield passes into the through the defense. He did that several times today. So yeah, he's high on confidence as well.
If we could get Eriksen consistent like that, because there is games in previous season where he would play good and then he's a bit off. But I think our most important thing that we have to be careful is we don't burn out our players. I feel like that hurts us in the long run. From like mid-season on, it hurts us in the long run in the important games that we need to win.
Being that United now has a footballing structure.
Ooh. Pressure. Xerxes with the pressure.
Yeah, if Ahmad could have got on that ball, that he would have been through.
I think some of
Come on, Kobe. Oh, there we go.
I think some of our guys are exhausted.
Come on, Ahmad. Get into the box. Bruno.
That was lazy.
Yeah, Bruno was trying to get the ball. Maserati put him block.
Garnacho could at least.
Oh, come on, fellas! It's been a little scruffy in the last 15 seconds. Get it together.
What were you saying about Kobe Mainu earlier before that play happened?
What was it?
Where he's confident with the ball.
Oh yeah, that was much earlier. I was saying that I love the fact that when he gets the ball, he could actually get the ball and turn, right? And he turns so elegantly. Yeah, it's it's easy on the eye to see him just get the ball and turn with it rather than he get the ball and not turn and just see the player
looking around.
Yeah, and then just pass the player that he's facing versus turning with the ball. But he's a very aware player for his age. He's constantly scanning the pitch to know exactly.
Garnacho.
Yeah, he's constantly scanning the pitch to know exactly where he is and where his the opponents are around him, and that's how I think he makes the decision whether if now I could turn with it because I know someone's not behind me, and he could turn with it, and then he could just try to do a forward pass versus he gets the ball and then just pass it back to whoever give him the ball or a defender or something like that. So
something that piques my interest. I really want to see a session of academies. How do they develop their young guys. I'm very curious how that goes, because when you have a guy like Kobe Mainu, Rashford, it must have been that specific coach that hey, look, understand, learn, soak up the info, and then when you see it displayed on the field, it's oh my God, where's this guy been the whole time? It really piques my interest when, because we have a history, obviously, with academy players, and till this day, we still get some good players, but it's very few that you get. Really
Here we go. Erickson lost the ball.
It's very few that you get a really good player from an academy.
You see right there again, right? I don't know if you saw that play where Xerxes gets the ball, right? And I almost feel like Xerxes, with his physicality, right? Take on the defender, right? Don't try to give a cheeky pass to another runner. Use your strength and and your size to push that defender off, get a turn and just put your lace through it. Try to get a goal. I want to see him do that, but so far he's looking for that build-up play where he just receives the ball and then he just gives it to one of his teammates that he feel is in a better position.
So right now in the 58th minute, United is preparing to bring in Marcus Rashford to the pitch. Yeah. Who do you think he might take out to replace?
With Rashford coming on, I don't know.
It's very tricky because you got Garnacho that could play on the right in case they want to take Ahmad, but they're both kind of playing good.
So this is the headache that Erik Ten Hag, the good headache Erik Ten Hag, will have. And me personally, I know some fans is not going to agree with this, but I'd actually take Xerxes off.
That's actually not a. I don't want to say it like that's a good idea, but out of all our players, I think Xerxes hasn't been playing all that well. So, as a matter of fact, let me look at something real quick.
So ball played into the United penalty box. Got to, I believe that's Sar, and Martinez was behind him doing defending, and Sar felt the contact and just went over, and he was looking for a penalty, but referee said no penalty.
Yeah, I would have to say Xerxes. I have to agree with you. I think that's the best. He's a young kid. I want him to learn, and hopefully he still gets more playing time, but only if it's worth it and if he's developing and getting better.
All right, here we go. That looks like a go. Oh. Cross. Oh,
that was
still alive. Keep it alive.
I don't know what Garnacho was trying to do.
I think Garnacho, his opposing player was a little taller than him. That's like, so 11. So Xerxes is being substituted as I predicted. Xerxes is gonna be substituted, and Rashford is gonna come on. You know, he had a good game.
Yeah, he did.
He didn't have a bad game. It's just that, you know, I think United now is gonna go direct. They're probably gonna go for the goal right now.
And with fresh feet and him as a striker, he could definitely be more danger ahead of Henderson.
Yeah, as also predicted when we were talking about like when Erik Ten Hag should make the subs. You know, United and Crystal Palace is 0-0 at the moment, and 15 minutes into a second half, and Erik Ten Hag actually made the sub. You know, initially we were thinking Eriksen, but Eriksen started this half pretty good. Also,
he's been playing overall really good. Well, yeah. I like his
performance. So look, he just picked the ball up there, give it to Bruno on the right. Give it back to Eriksen. We give it back to Bruno. So United is just trying to dribble their way through.
We kind of acquire tiki-taka type.
Yeah. Yeah, United is trying to dribble their way through Crystal Palace congested back line.
Ooh.
Rashford. Oh, here we go. Mino. Bruno. Oh, it was behind him. Oh, come on, guys. We can't. You know, that's too much. Too much PlayStation football. Oh, that was fire, yo. No goal.
We almost had a Rooney moment. We almost had a Rooney moment.
That was a good strike from Garnacho on the left. Oh, I told you so far. Henderson have you know, he's man of the match so far with all those saves.
I have to agree.
Oh, won the ball in the penalty box. Come on, get it in. Oh,
the problem is too many Crystal Palace in the box.
Ref, what the hell was that?
What are they asking for?
So the referee is giving Martinez a yellow card for a tackle in the Crystal Palace
but penalty box. He didn't do nothing.
Oh yeah. He's gonna get a yellow for that. Yeah,
but he didn't step on them.
Yeah, but it's the aggressive nature. It looks like, you know, to the referee, it looks like he's gonna stamp down on the players. But he should be very careful of, you know, of doing that, because if he had gotten that wrong and he stomped onto the Crystal Palace both feet like that, that's a red card. You gotta be careful. You can't. I think the if you look, you see, let's just say he didn't.
Or maybe he jumped thinking he would have got kicked.
Nah, it came down as a stump too. That's why he got a yellow. So he just got to be careful. But you see how the Crystal Palace players then reacted, right? Then they sort of surrounded the referee a little bit,
and gave him yellow cards.
So the referee gave I think it's Henderson, got the yellow card. Yeah, this game is getting spicy now.
It is.
Oh, double save.
save.
Oh,
no,
not
no.
a double save. Crystal Palace had a very good opportunity of taking the lead in this game.
Wow. That's probably
Saved. Oh, double save.
man of the match. Oh, no.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I know Henderson had he saved a lot.
Look at the Crystal Palace fans.
If we win this game now from this point on, right? Clear it. Yeah. If we win this game from this point on, Onana is gonna have to get man of the match for that double save.
Nketiah, I think Nketiah
is that Nketiah first, and then Ishmael Sarr. That was Ishmael Sarr trying to.
Oh boy, went the kung fu fighting.
Oh my god!
Goalkeeper saved. Well, I read that too late.
So there, Nketiah. Looks like Nketiah is coming off now for who is that? Hughes. Yeah, Hughes. So they're taking off a striker, and they're going to put Crystal Palace taking off one of their strikers and putting an extra player in the midfield.
Yeah, that's what they're doing.
Yeah, it looks like Eze now moved up to the front with Mateta for Crystal Palace.
They don't really update it. Rashford was going for the
Martinez. You was sleeping there a little bit. Rashford made the run, and
I think, can he make that type of pass?
Oh, Martinez?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he definitely can. But you see what they want to do. That's what they want. They want to bring them out and then try to do that.
Go for the.
Yeah. Oh,
let's go.
That's a wicked skill.
Kobe. Kobe. Instead of Kobe for basketball,
yeah, we got the Kobe for football. Lakers had the Kobe for basketball. We got the Kobe for football.
Rest in peace to the Black Mamba. Foul on Bruno Fernandes, so that's a free kick.
All right, 68 minute into the game, and the scoreline is still 0-0. I still think there is a goal or two in this game.
Eriksen.
I will be surprised. I honestly will be surprised if this game finishes 0-0.
Eriksen with Ahmad.
Oh, Rashford almost got it. What happened there?
Someone's raising up a hand. Delay. What happened?
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Don't argue with the ref.
No, wait. Here's the thing. Here's the thing that I noticed now with handball decisions, right? This season. Let's see here.
Oh, it looks like the ball hit somebody's arm.
Yeah, it looks like it hit an arm. But here's the thing. We've seen already in the Premier League, right?
Oh,
maybe, yeah. It did hit an arm. Yeah.
Maybe a hand.
But here's the thing. What I'm trying to say is, right, we've seen in the Premier League already, right? Players in the box, the ball hit their hand, and then they judge it based off of how close the player was before the next player who played the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And if they deem that it was too close, they're not giving them handballs. Last season, VAR would have been looking at that. VAR would have been giving that as a handball.
It's very weird how like the offside works, because like before is like comparing to the feet, but now if like your upper body is forward or your arms, now it's like they kind of do the lining, and it's like sometimes it's confusing because not all calls get called the correct way, but. And we're talking about on top of a Crystal Palace play. Like, we're not even talking about us United. Crystal Palace trying to go for the break.
Ooh.
Wow.
Ooh.
Back. Ooh. Damn.
Oh, you gotta kick it. He can't.
Henderson knows United. Like that's what sucks about working with a ex-United player. They kind of know.
Come on, Martinez. Be careful. They're gonna. You see, okay. Martinez got a yellow card based on what he just did. This tackle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now he has to be walking on the edge because he puts in another tackle. I'm pretty sure the referee is going to be inclined to give him another yellow.
Well, so far this game, this ref hasn't really handed a lot of yellows. Only 1, 2, 3 yellows. So maybe we might get some extra time, most likely in the second half. But that's not bad for a decent.
Who do we have for the defenders on the bench? It's Maguire and Evans, right?
Maguire, Evans, and
I think that's it. Maguire and Evans.
And CDM, obviously, for Casemiro.
Come on, United. Get in. Defend. Yes.
Good stuff.
Good challenge, Mazraoui.
I love that. I love the...
Yes, our ball. Good.
I love how our guys...
Yeah, I mean, we're defending as a team.
I think that's what you have to look at, too, when you acquire players from different leagues. Like, what are they good at?
Yeah.
At one point, we didn't have too many tall players.
Yeah.
Now, somewhat, we kind of do. So, I'm very happy about that. Because you know what was the average heading we've been losing? I'm sure we lost most of it. Oh.
No! Hold it! Dude, we are lucky. As it again miss. Is it offside?
Or a foul?
You know why I feel why that happened? If you look at Martinez, right?
Oh, it went out.
Yeah, it went out. But Martinez went up higher up on the field, right? And then he wasn't in position, so you only had Delit and Dalot and Mazraoui in defense, and Martinez was trying to get back.
Oh, Crystal Palace is waking up now.
Yeah, we got to be careful here. We're trying to go for the win, and they're trying to hit us on the break.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know if I sound negative on this, but I feel like we're not attacking wise like we were first half. Then again,
come on, Ahmad. Oh, see, Ahmad, come on. Corner. Yeah, corner.
Then again, Crystal Palace is somewhat playing more defense on the second half, so it's really hard to say. But I'm not seeing a lot of attacking options on second half.
So we had 11 corners and no goals yet. So let's see if we could score a goal in this corner here. Corner in.
Ooh, directly.
Ball floated straight into.
Let me find out. Eriksen is trying to score like David Beckham back in '99.
So for me now, the question will be: is when does Erik Ten Hag make another substitution? Because
that's a very
we're in the 74th minute. The game is still 0-0.
And you have to think about extra time because you normally get extra time between both halves. So I think if Erik Ten Hag was smart, we would bring in Højlund because his strength and speed could help us probably attack more.
Yeah, if we bring
getting our defense exposed. We need to stop leaving their players open. That's a risky take too.
Yeah, they're getting into our half more frequently now. So yeah, I think Erik Ten Hag should make some substitutions. I'm looking at maybe taking Eriksson off, bringing on Ugarte, and bringing on Hoyland. Oh, is this guy reading my mind? You saw it, right?
I said Hoyland. You said Ugarte.
So yeah, I was just gonna say bring Ugarte and Hoyland off, take Eriksson and maybe Amada off. And sure enough, Hoyland.
The camera pointed.
Sure enough, Hoyland and Ugarte is on the sideline waiting to come on. So it'd be interesting to see who comes off.
25.
So 14. Who's 14? That's Ahmad.
Yeah. No, 14 is Eriksson.
So okay, so Eriksson is off for Ugarte,
and Ahmad is coming out.
Listen, I got an earpiece here. I'm wondering if Erik Ten Hag is listening to me because
Oh wait, I have the other one too.
Oh man, that's just to show you how much we're following and trying to get into this game and understand the tactics and concept behind
Hoyland.
Erik Ten Hag and his decision making. So it's great to see Hoyland is back on the pitch. What we got? We got 15 minutes before extra time. So Rashford is probably going to play off of the left, and Garnacho is going to move out to the right side now. Martinez is, I feel like Martinez is keeping the ball too long at his feet.
Ooh, come on, Garnacho. Kobe with a block. Oh no, wait. Throw in?
Yeah, Kobe went in, but I don't think the ball hit him when the Palace player just kicked it.
I don't understand why they said that.
Oh, come on, man. Get the ball back. Move it forward.
Oh, come on, man. Oh. Rasmus.
Come on, man. We need to get a winner here. We dominated this game. For the most parts, it'll be a shame that we. I feel like we played so well not to get a goal or to get a win up until now. Dalot just lost his foot in there, and now Crystal Palace on the attack. Cover the right side. Hughes put a shot in, and Onana got the ball.
I'm not sure if you heard that announcers a few minutes ago, but they said that it looks like our weakness is from the left side.
Well, most definitely, because Dalot is not a natural left back.
Yeah. And like how we were talking about in the first half, he kept playing out of position. I understand for helping the midfield and our attacking, but you sometimes have to be careful we don't get exposed on the left
Come on,
side.
Martinez, you're keeping the ball too long at your feet. Come on, just move the ball. We don't have enough time. Like what? Like that's the thing that's gonna piss me off. Like you got the ball at your feet and you keep it there only to play it back to the goalkeeper.
Yeah, you definitely can't win that way.
You see, they're trying to kick the ball from deep over Crystal Palace defense because Crystal Palace basically have 5 guys in, on a defensive line.
They're gonna beat us on that.
Offside.
That's gonna be a big game tomorrow. So we have 3 players warming up. If you look at the top of your left side, middle of the screen.
That was just a horrible touch from Højlund just now.
So Ten Hag might be going for some more subs. Right now is 81 minute.
Well, he could only make 2 more subs, so he already made 3.
We need the supporters to keep cheering to raise up our morals because right now it looks very bland for us. Well, Nana, be careful.
Oh, that's a foul. That's a card right there. Yeah. That's a cynical foul. He just blocked him. Ugarte wins the ball, went on a run, and he just body him from getting around Hughes. Will Hughes just bodied him for a yellow card. See, once again, Martinez has the ball, and the longer you stay on the ball and not progress, you're not progressing the ball. You're staying, 5-6 seconds on the ball before you move it. You're just taking 5-6 seconds off of the clock. And it's not like you have 30, 40 minutes left in the game. You literally have less than 7 minutes and extra time.
We got our guy over here in the bottom. He's wide open. Mazzari is wide open, and they keep passing the ball between Onana and Martinez. What's that going to help us? There we go. Look at the bottom. Garnacho is up. And Rashford went back, I'm assuming, to left wing, right?
Yeah, he went on the left because Højlund is on the field. Come on, fellas, move the ball a little quicker. Oh my God.
Come on, guys, pay attention. We could have rebounded that. Oh, wow.
Yeah, so Palace is definitely going for a goal here because they're committing more players.
Is it me or United kind of like stop pressing like towards the end of this, like halfway almost towards the end of this half?
I'm not sure as to why they're slowing the game down with just a few minutes to go.
I would try to go for the 3 points, forget the tie. Like it's early in the season, I understand, but we can't be okay taking ties because that's just 2 points that we need there.
What's going on? It looks like we ran out of ideas because we're just keeping the ball at the back.
Oh,
See,
Marcus.
once again, this is horrible. The decision making at the moment right now is not great because all these long balls from the back of United's defense over trying to get over the Crystal Palace defense, it's not working.
That's what I wanted to say. I understand that's the manager's tactic play style, but it doesn't work for us, and for some reason we keep
Crystal Palace is set up defensively for that.
Mm-hmm.
I think they for the last couple minutes here and the extra time they need to go back to playing the ball on the ground and trying to go and dribble through or get a killer pass through Crystal Palace's defense rather than trying to go over them.
Oh, here we go, Rasmus.
Yeah, it's looked like the players on the pitch, like they forgot what they needed to do. You know that
I don't
that
know
from
why.
right.
I don't
Look,
know why he ignored Garnacho.
If you look at what Fernandez just did there, right? All he did was just kick the ball into the box.
He should have passed it to Garnacho.
I don't think there was any purpose behind that.
Well, there was somebody in the middle of the box, but obviously he was covered, so I don't think that was a big help. But I did see Garnacho like open on the box.
Look, once again, Martinez is on the ball. It's several seconds before he did, and then he just kicks it to the lip. They've been playing so well for the most parts of the game, and now when you need the winner, like it's almost like they're more interested in the. Once again, they ran past the ball. Come on, man.
Why is nobody passing a Garnacho? Cans.
Come on, move the ball up.
I mean, that last play was good, but it didn't get nowhere.
Where's Rashford? Rashford, come on, be on your toes, man. I've been giving you praises the last couple of games. Oh man,
Press him. Press him.
Palace is probably playing for a draw here.
This guy is Colin Rashford.
So Eze is coming off in the 90th minute.
It's a good timing for Ten Hag to bring in somebody. Plus 4 minutes.
So United has 4 minutes to try and get a goal and secure 3 points here. So Schlupp is coming off for Eze.
Eze played a good game. He had many chances to score. That pass was
What
for
is this?
nobody.
Oh, this corner to Palace. They almost scored there.
So it bounced off of Martinez. I thought Onana had played a part there.
Good hand from Onana from that corner. Rashford onto it.
Really?
So Martinez took a knock on his head and he's down. Referee stopped the play. United had an opportunity to go on the break there. Come on, United. Last minute. Get this ball up the field.
We should play everybody up.
Oh, come on, man. 30 seconds. Don't give the ball to Martinez. He's just going to waste. Come on, Martinez. Kick the ball.
You predicted it.
5 seconds on the ball before he kicks it. Get the ball up. 10 seconds to go. Get the ball up. This is going to be a draw.
Like the fact that Kobe is put in.
That's a free kick.
The fact that Kobe is trying to put the effort into running in the box, that's something nobody else is doing. So.
All right, so free kick to United in Crystal Palace half. This is probably going to be the last play of the game. So last chance for United to try and get a winner here with a free kick. This is where you need Casemiro for that header. And Casemiro's on the bench.
Delete.
Here we go. Free kick coming in.
Oh,
Cleared by Palace.
he was aiming for Delete.
And that's it. United 0, Crystal Palace 0. Two points dropped by United. That's, I won't say it was a poor performance. It's just that, we couldn't find the finishing touch. The first half we were exceptionally great in moving the ball around and, getting into their box, but couldn't get a finish. Henderson, like I said earlier, Henderson, for me, with all the saves that he put in, that's probably a man of the match performance from him. But, very, very disappointing that United could not pick up the win here. We dropped. Yeah. We actually just saw on the thing that Henderson was declared man of the match. Unbelievable. I mean, we're on the road. It's 1 point. Picking up 1 point on the road, it's not a loss. But yeah, it wasn't a clinical performance from United. They did pretty well in terms of ball possession and moving the ball around and stuff. But I think as the game, as we got into the second half and the game progressed, it they kind of like faded a little bit. Erik Ten Hag did made the substitutions that as we discussed and expected, but it didn't really change anything. As you can see, Albert, Crystal Palace was set up in a way that it would have been.
They were prepared.
They were set up for defending.
They were prepared.
Yeah. Maybe the fact that they saw United, scored 7 goals in their last game, and they just decided that from ball one, maybe they're gonna just close, shut up shop and just defend. It resulted in them getting a point, and it resulted in United dropping 2 points.
Yeah.
So, I think we're in mid-table right now with only 7 points from 5 games. That's disappointing. That is really disappointing. We have to start picking these wins up and build momentum. So, unfortunately, Erik Ten Hag and his men could not made it 3 from 3. So, I mean, if we had scored a goal or 2 goals, I probably would have said, they would have probably have like a 7, maybe a 7.5 out of 10 performance. But for the fact that, they did not score a goal in this game, they did not finish off Crystal Palace, I would just give them for this game. I would say it was overall it's a 6. And, that's my take on it. So what do you think, Albert? What's your take on this game? 0-0.
It was nothing slightly different from what you said. Basically, we did well in the first half. We created chances, we created opportunities. When there was players wide open or open, like we had players that had the vision, and they would execute the pass. And it's unfortunate Garnacho and others couldn't hit the ball in the net. We hit the crossbar twice, and
crossbar, everyone,
crossbar.
not the goal bar,
not the goal bar. This ain't Super Mario. So yeah, it's unfortunate that we couldn't score in the chances that we had. But second half, either they were gassed out or I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't say physically tired, but because you have days to relax and stuff. But it definitely second half definitely didn't help us, and so it's unfortunate coming from the EFL Cup and now playing Crystal Palace. We knew they were a tough club, so I had to give respects to Palace, because every year they give us a run for our money.
Yeah, I would actually say, if you agree with me, comparing, for what happened to us last season
Mm-hmm.
at Selhurst Park, getting beat 4-0.
Mm-hmm.
I would say it's an improvement. At least we went there. It's a clean. The winner of this, in terms of the stats, it would be Onana. He got a clean sheet to his name.
He did.
So yeah, from last season losing to Crystal Palace 4-0, this season drawing the game. Um, you know, I would probably say it's a very small improvement. It's not a big improvement. The expectation is that United should have won this game with all the chances they created in the first half. Um, Exceptional goalkeeping from Henderson. He's playing for Palace now. He was once our
Fellow.
academy player, but yeah, we need to be we need to be more clinical with those opportunities. Yeah, at one point in time in the game, United just got to a point where they were just trying to lob the ball over from their half of the pitch, trying to get over the Crystal Palace defense from a distance, and it just wasn't working. Henderson was just coming out, and they would just they would get the ball, and it's like I feel like we wasted a lot of opportunities in moving the ball around as well as we were doing in the first half, and getting a player on in front of goal and potentially getting a strike on. But
Do you feel like if we would have put in Mason Mount or Anthony, maybe we probably would have had a slight chance, more attacking options?
no, I wouldn't have said a player as Mason Mount and and Anthony coming on in a game like this would have made a difference. Because honestly speaking, I don't think for Anthony at least, I don't think he's that type of player to break down.
Mm-hmm.
Like, his skill is not to break down that Crystal Palace defense. I think Amad Diallo was, he has the ability and the skill to break down like defenders,
Mm-hmm.
but I think he was a little bit off today. I honestly think he was a little bit off. Um, with regards to Mount, I'm not sure if Mount could have did a better job coming on if you had, let's say, maybe removed Bruno, because at one point in time, Ericsson was he was getting balls in. He was
Oh,
he
yeah,
was really doing
definitely.
good, and we said take Ericsson off of Ugarte to add a little bit more steel in that
Defense.
midfield for the defense, because you could see you definitely could see Crystal Palace was trying to go for that that one odd goal and nick a goal and win the game.
Mm-hmm.
But bringing like Mason Mount on, taking Bruno off, bringing Mason Mount on, I don't think at this point, being that Mason Mount just come back from an injury, and he might actually play more worse
Mm-hmm.
if you had took Bruno off for him. Mason Mount, for me, I think he needs to come off of the bench. He needs to be on the bench, and I think the only thing that could that would be ideal for him is if United play games, they're up like 2 goals, 3 goals, and there is like 20 minutes left of the game. Then you take a player like Bruno off, right? Once you got a full control of the game, and then you just put Mason Mount on, for the last 20 minutes. And I think that has to happen for a few games,
Mm-hmm.
and to get him like into understanding the team and the way how they're playing. And yeah, I mean, it's really hard to say if Mason Mount would have made a difference, but
I feel like if you're gonna replace a player maker like Ericsson, maybe adding him probably could have helped out, because Bruno played a whole game, so
yeah,
he probably could have been like worn out, couldn't think. I mean, we saw second half he was trying things and things just didn't work out. So I think when you take out a playmaker like Eriksson or someone that is good with set pieces, I think adding Mount could have helped and at least help Bruno in a certain way. But it is what it is, and at the end of the day, we should have won. But
we should have won, but we didn't lose at the
happens.
same time. So
It happens.
I guess that's one benefit that we didn't lose the game, and we picked up a point.
I like the hustle that they played. I think if we could do that consistent, great on our part. I think we have to work on now, like our finishing and our chances. I think that's obviously really important, especially if you want to take the 3 points. Because right now in the 11th spot, now we have a long hill to climb, and that's just the Premier League. We have other competitions like I said, coming up as well.
It's early in the season, and if we could just put together like a few wins, like 3-4 wins on the trot, and before you know it, you're gonna see we'll start climbing the table, because we've already seen some teams drop points, and you're not expecting them to drop points, but like Liverpool lost to Forest, that was unexpected.
It was.
Right. So there is the opportunity for the teams, a lot of teams ahead of us, to drop points, and for us to eventually pick some points up and climb the table. But it's not we can do. The game is over. Manchester United 0, Crystal Palace 0. 1 point on the road. So with that being said, thank you, whoever was watching the video. Thank you for joining us. It was not an okay game because we didn't win.
I thought it was an okay game. I was entertained. I like the back and forth, and I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, I want to see the win. I don't want to see the draws. So
exactly. Same here.
So Albert, thank you for joining me on this watch along.
Thank you for having me. I'll try to do more of this if I have the time. But this was like an awesome experience. First time doing this. A little bit nervous, but it seemed really cool. So I hope I do this more often with you.
So thank you, everyone, for whoever watched the video live and whoever is going to watch the video after. Thank you for joining us. This is MUGFC 1986 TV. It's a Manchester United fan club. We're relatively new. If you have a love and a passion for Manchester United, do drop us a like, share our video, subscribe to the channel, and thank you for joining us, Albert. Once again, thank you for coming over here and being part of the live stream.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Right. So, with that said, thank you, everyone, and goodbye for now.